Just you and a bunch of best friends.
Yeah.
Charlie, how you doing?
All right.
Season up overall, start to finish, what happened to the team?
Just a trying year. With all the new guys that we had coming into the season and making an in-season trade, trying to get guys, adjusted. It was just it's kind of an uphill battle all year long, trying to figure it out, trying to incorporate everybody to play their strengths. It was just it was tough.
How would you sum up the season?
I think our goal was, we talked about in October, that we would love to have home court advantage in the first round to get out of the first round or put ourselves in a great position to get out of the first round. And we didn't achieve that. Probably various reasons, some injury problems, really not consistent enough, not winning enough against good teams on the road or at home. You got to find a way to win your fair share of those. So just too much up and down to really get a top 4 seed. And then you start off on the road, and it's tough. So overall, 50-win season in a tough West is still very acceptable. The West is so tough. You need to win almost 60 to get home court, and we didn't do that.
Did you assess how your first year went here?
It's a little up and down. I've never been hurt in my career, so I think I missed more games this year than I did my entire first 3 years, which is extremely frustrating. And obviously, being a new guy on a new team, a new city, everything was just brand new with me. And a lot of time I'm trying to get acclimated, get used to it, but just disappointed I couldn't play in the playoffs. That's the most fun time of the year. That's what you come here to do, and is to compete for a championship. For me to not be able to do that this year was devastating and frustrating, and I've never really won anything like that. So pretty down year for me, just from the standpoint that I couldn't help and I couldn't play in the playoffs, and help my team compete for the championship.
How do you say?
What makes you be back here next season?
Yeah, well, I want to, and hopefully we get this time make it work. I had a lot of fun this year. I enjoy being back. It feels like home for me here in Dallas, so hopefully I could come back and finish my career here for the next couple of years.
What's it going to take in order to resign you?
Oh no, I don't know. That's business, but we'll see. I think we'll make it work.
Nice, and what went right, what went wrong?
It was ups and downs this season. The best part of the season for me was coming back. Walking through the doors and seeing all the familiar faces. My sit-downs with Coach, and being able to just lace them up again. With Dirk and JJ, and just remembering those special moments. And that was a highlight of my year. It was really just having the opportunity to compete again, for something and get out there and play with pride.
You guys, what's your chances of coming back here, and what do you like about this team and this city?
I love this team. I love this city, man. Great guys, like I just alluded to, and the city, man. I just really appreciate it here. Beautiful city, and I just hope I can be back here.
Did you feel like you were a pretty good fit for Rick's offense?
Yeah, I think so. I think Rick is a great offensive-minded guy. He was able to adjust on the fly with different lineups, utilize all his guys, with the best of the talent, with the time that we had. So many players and such a deep team to where it's hard to allocate, time, playing time. But I think for the most part, he did a good job with it.
A lot as the season went along, got more minutes and all that. What are your chances of coming back in next season?
I would love to come back. I felt like this organization gave me an opportunity, gave me a chance
took a chance in me, and kind of want to. I'm a loyal guy, and I would love to be back. But that's not my decision. Hopefully, management and my agent can work something out.
So, I mean, both sides wanted this to work, so why didn't that Rondo trade work?
I don't know. Maybe the guys around him, maybe can't really put my fingers on it yet. But it just didn't. Sometimes things work out, and sometimes things don't. Like I said last night, I still think that's a deal you have to make as a franchise. If a point guard that caliber is available, we went for it. I think as a franchise, sometimes you got to take some risks. You got to take some gambles. Some pay off and some don't. And this one didn't work for both sides. And, it just didn't work out on the court. I never had a problem with Rajon off the floor. He was actually a really, really good dude. It just, the whole situation just didn't work out.
How did the Rondo trade affect what you guys tried to do this year?
It's tough. It's, I think Rondo came in here with the right intentions. I think he worked hard, and I don't think he's a bad guy. I think it just didn't work, to be honest with you, and just the style of play, it just didn't really clash like we all thought it would be, and I'm not the only one that thought it was going to be amazing, but he's a good dude, and I wish him luck, but just clearly didn't work out.
That trade throw a monkey wrench in everything. What did it do?
I mean, anytime you make an in-season trade, it's tough, especially at such a integral part of our offense, which is the point guard position, and with a player who has been great and trying to fit him in and try to get everybody on the same page. It was just then he was hurt, and it was tough.
Made a trade early in December, mid-December. Why didn't the Rondo trade work?
I don't know. A lot can be said about it. I thought it was a good trade. I thought it gave us the potential to be a better team and to compete for a championship, which was what we all wanted. Unfortunately, the pieces didn't fit to the puzzle, and it didn't work out. And I can't necessarily say it was one thing, one reason why it didn't work out, but it didn't. You got to move on.
Rondo got here exactly 2 months before you did. Why didn't that trade why didn't it work?
I don't know. I mean, I think Rondo is the type of player where you have to understand his game and what he does and what he brings to the table. Obviously, he's not a shooting point guard, but he still can create and be a great playmaker for a ball club.
Pitch when you're talking to guys this summer.
Just that we have a great organization. We have high expectations. We have the best owner in sports. We have the best media in sports. Take care of you guys. And just coming here, and obviously we have free agents that we gotta sign back and see what the situation is. But we're definitely moving in the right direction, and we have a lot of pieces that would fit well with a lot of free agents out there right now. We have a great coach. I think we're moving in the right direction, and we're a championship caliber team. We just got to get the right pieces.
Derek, you've made a lot of sacrifices for the franchises over the years. Obviously you've always been about trying to put this team in the best position to compete. If they get the right guy in here, would you be willing to come off the bench?
Yeah, I mean, the problem is there will be some stiffness coming off the bench. Usually not the most mobile, agile player. But there are bikes and stuff in the back you can ride and get loose. So, yeah, I mean, whatever it takes. I've always said that. My last few years, I want to enjoy. I want to be on a good team. I want to be on a winning team. Playoffs, hopefully deep runs. And so, yeah, anything I got to do to help is obviously no question.
This is your 10th year in the league, your first time experiencing playoffs. What was that experience like for you?
It was great, man. Even though we fell short, I still look at this season as a success. first time winning 50 games, first time going to the playoffs. So it was definitely a successful one for me personally. But I still got this taste in my mouth, this bad taste, and I want to bounce back from it and experience it again.
How different is this offseason going to be for you now that you have the contract? Obviously, you got to get your toe back.
It'll be fine. I mean, rest will heal all. It was just no different than last summer. Just come in and work hard, try to get better, and try to get off to a good start.
You see your role changing at all going into next year?
I mean, with 5 guys coming back, I mean, who's to say who we bring in? I mean, only time will tell with that.
Besides the factors you mentioned of liking to play here, why do you have confidence in the organization given all the potential changes this offseason?
Well, I think it's a good fit for us, for me, and then for them. I think I'll be able to help the team, especially with coach and the system. And I think me and the fans have a good relationship. So hopefully, I think we can make it work.
You've mentioned several times there's a lot of drama around this team. There's always something. You're known as one of the best locker room leaders in the league. How frustrating was this season for you, just kind of having these issues constantly and not being able to really get your arms around them?
It was tough. It was definitely tough at times. Personally, I took a lot of it on. Just a lot of long nights trying to figure out, how to push this team and really how to bring this team together. But I thought for the most part, guys really stuck in there. Guys battled with with the little hurdles that we were going through. Guys showed up, and that was good. Especially things that happened in the playoff. Us being down 0-3, it's definitely no celebration, but I like the way the guys came in and competed. A lot of teams just mail it in and call it over, but guys showed pride, and that showed me a lot about the characters that were in the locker room. And I said after that game that I respected a lot of guys for what they did that night.
Any news on the surgery yet?
Nothing yet. I should be finding out here soon. I wanted to hold off as far as we kept playing, and didn't want to jump into anything and miss games. And I wanted to be with the team as long as the season kept going. So obviously now that it's over, I'll talk with my agent, talk with my parents, talk with the staff here, and decide as soon as possible. Because obviously I want to have it done sooner than later. And the quicker I have it, the quicker I'll be back ready to go. So it'd be ideal for me to have it soon, but I still don't know what, still don't know where, and I still don't know what to do.
Is it any fear that this could linger on into training camp?
I don't know. I've never had any surgery in my life, so I don't know, how my, knee will respond, and we still don't know exactly what the operation is going to be. So to give you like a timetable right now would be kind of silly, because I honestly don't know.
This is your 10th year in the league, your first time experiencing playoff. What was that experience like for you?
It was great. Even though we fell short, I like my look at the season. I embraced it. I accepted it. First time winning 50 games. First time been in the league for 10 years. And coached by it. It was definitely a successful one for me. So, but I would love to experience the same coach at this station. But we'll see.
Movement. Is this season more mentally draining than others possibly?
I mean, at 36, this season is draining. I mean, there's a lot of games. But yeah, I mean, sometime in the playoffs, obviously there were some distractions going on, but I thought we stick together pretty well. We try to fight through it, and I don't want to take anything away from Houston. They played a good series. They have an MVP type player and good players around him. Dwight's playing well. We would have loved to have the full squad to have a good shot at him. So I think really the Parson injury hurt us pretty good there. I thought he was playing really good basketball before. After he came back his ankle injury, he played really well. And then the knee thing happened, so that was unfortunate. But injuries are part of the game, unfortunately.